Hello all, it's James Johnson, aka Sulphur Blade, and I'm back with my War on the Sea Allied Let's Play, where we're featuring the Tokyo Express mod on the stable version of the game. With that being said, we're actually kind of separating out the two different command point bank pools between the United States and the Britain/Australian side of the house. And we're giving them different area of attack objectives, etc. We're trying to use as much of the British and Australian ships together for that side of the house as possible, though we are limited, but we're doing our best. Anyway, with that being said, we have a fishing boat report of a submarine operating between the Coral and Solomon Seas. So we will certainly be investigating that. However, before we jump into this video, I want to convey a message to one of my viewers, to a Mr. Thomas Kingsbury, who has asked me to enable closed captioning in my videos. I will see what I can do. Honestly, I always thought that that was just something that was automatically done on the YouTube client side of the house. I didn't know it was something I, as the creator of the video, needed to work with. So far, what I can tell is it's something that requires some uploading, which, if it's something simple, like when I upload the video, I can upload the closed captioning all at the same time, and it's not going to really make a noticeable difference on my end, I'm certainly going to do that for you. However, if it's something that turns out to be like video editing, some people who are familiar with my channel will know that I am very... what's the word? I just do this as a hobby. I don't do this to make money. I have no intentions to really ever do this to make money. If my videos did blow up and I got millions of views at some point, certainly I might consider monetizing. I'm not stupid. But at this point in life, it's just not a realistic reality, and I don't have any goals to make money off my YouTube videos, so I don't want this to be a job. And video editing is such a time-consuming, head-bashing process that I could not do that and enjoy what I do. So I don't do video editing at all, which I get plenty of comments about, why don't you edit your videos? You should edit your videos, blah, blah, blah. And I tell them all the time, sorry, there's plenty of other channels that have edited content. You can go watch them. With that being said, I don't want to walk on eggshells around you, because I know how disabled people can be about people, I don't know, acting funny around them, trying to do something special just because they're disabled. So I'm not going to treat you any differently than anybody else. With that being said, if it's something that's simple and feasible to do, I will certainly do it. I think it would be great, honestly. But if it's something that's going to be a headache, like video editing, I might have to decline. This video, I'm going to test that on. When I upload this video, I'm going to see what the process is like. And if it's something that's realistic, definitely. Anyway, Thomas Kingsbury, I like that name, Kingsbury. My grandpa used to drink a shit ton of Kingsbury, which was a non-alcoholic beer made by Pabst Brewing Company. Anyway, that's just a little story about me and my past. Anyway, thanks for watching. Glad you're a fan. Now jumping into the actual game itself. Let's see if we can prosecute this submarine between the Coral Sea and Solomon Sea. It's likely at a range where we're not going to be able to get Well, actually, now that I'm thinking about it, it's nighttime. We can't send anything to prosecute that at night because we can't launch planes at night. What am I thinking? So we're just going to know that there's a submarine operating out there, I guess. But it's certainly not anything we can prosecute at this point in time because it's nighttime. So with that being said, let's just start the clock and get this game underway. All right. Oil group is going to be arriving back soon. So we will load them up. In fact, we might add to this group. As Australia does have 27 command points, we need a little bit more shipping power if we're going to be making long trips between Rennell and Cairns. We do have, obviously, the extra shipping power here. We have been using this kind of aggressively. We've almost won Buna. If the Japanese don't reinforce, I don't expect that this will take too much longer. In which case, we maybe should consider putting at least a level 1 airfield there, as this is not a great location to own, now that I'm thinking about it. If we have to defend this, it's going to be a nightmare. We can't necessarily send a bunch of fleets up here to defend it because they're going to be constantly barraged by the Japanese air power. So the fact that we took this is great, but keeping it, I think it's going to be one of those situations we took it, and if they don't take it back, great, but if they take it back, I don't know how much effort we're going to take to retake it after they retake it. If that makes any sense. Maybe if we could get a level 1 airfield there, it could do some sort of protecting of itself. But yeah, this might not have been the greatest spot to take, now that I'm thinking about it from that point of view. Alright, we do have oil group back. First thing we probably should do is get in a habit of rearming these groups, regardless of if they have a carrier or not. Whenever I see a merchant group, I automatically trigger I need to manage cargo, and I forget about rearming. Where with a tactical fleet, I don't think about managing cargo, I think about hitting rearm. But with fleets that have a combination of a carrier escorting a merchant fleet, I completely keep forgetting about rearming that carrier. So that's just something I need to train myself to start remembering. That being said, what should we expand this group? 2 C3s? 3 C3s? I mean, the fact that we have these two oddball oilers here kind of changes my typical creation. I wish I would have known that these guys only loaded 50. But I have them now. I'm stuck with them. I need to deal with them. Actually, what do we have for merchants? We have already got the centaur and we're using it. I had pop-up. I wonder if those show in video. I should really watch my videos lately to see if those things are popping up in the videos or not. Queen Elizabeth class battleship. No. What am I even thinking about right now? We have the one merchant that is available already. So you have to use American stuff. Are there any statistics on these? Not really. I almost have to get them in order to find out what the hell the deal is with them. And then there's the whole buyer beware. Number in class 0? Number in class 0. Oh, that just means you can buy them infinitely, right? What makes this merchant more expensive? I almost want to find out. Alright, we're going to do it. Just for testing purpose, we're going to do it with the Aussie bank account. Well, that's what we need merchant ships with. Oh, alright. So we're going to find out what the difference is on that guy. I wish it said what the differences were here, but sadly we don't have any information on it. And I think we will want to get another Clemson. Alright, so that's 17 points of 27 points available. That's what we're going to add to this fleet for now. So we're down to 10 points with the Aussies. Want to save a little bit of command points for an emergency, so I'm not going to spend it all. Alright, we're going to merge these. Check out the positioning. 8 and 7. Talbot and this guy will swap. Alright. Yeah, I guess it can be in 6. I'd like it to be, I guess, more central, but actually I do want it more central. So we'll swap 3 and 6. Okay, so that puts one of these little Oilers here at the... No, that doesn't. That puts one there. So swap 4 and 3. Alright, little Oiler at 3, little Oiler at 6. With the Cinnamon and this guy at 4 and 5 being in the center of the convoy. And then destroyers here, destroyers here. Alright, I like the formation. It works. Now let's find out if it's got any more hauling capacity than any other ship does. We only have 300 troops here to haul in the first place. Okay, well that's a thing. We do have lots of supplies. Alright, well we're gonna take those 300 troops. I guess we'll throw supplies on here. Now if there's some person being triggered right now because I'm loading supplies onto a ship that could better haul troops, well there's no troops to haul, so please don't go off at me in the comments section over it. Fuel. Look at this. This guy can haul twice the number of engineering as the typical. That is actually maybe, that's certainly worth spending a couple more command points. Less troops, slightly more supply capacity, but it's an engineering specialist. I like it. In fact, that's awesome because I'll be hauling 200 oil and 200 engineering in this fleet now. Okay. I'm glad I bought it and discovered that. That was worth learning. Right, and we'll just throw supplies and supplies. Are we going to continue to call this the oil group? It's a little more well-rounded now than oil. Merchant Convoy 1. Oz. Merchant Convoy 1. The little things, little details. And you're going because one of you got hammered with a torpedo and you need to go in for repair. Okay. You're going to position so that I can give you a new patrol route. Alright. And any other fleets anywhere near their destinations? No. We're going to leave the carriers sit at New Georgia. That's going to be their new anchorage point. I feel like it's a fairly secure harbor. Though it's definitely a place where they could easily be trapped. But I feel things can't sneak up on me there because of the radar capacity of New Georgia Sound. So I should have plenty of forewarning before anything can sneak up on the carriers. Alright, let's just turn up things to 300 speed. This group doesn't look like it's moving. The ASW group should be moving faster than that, shouldn't it? Are all my other ASW groups moving? Yes. Alright, course. Alright, it's a little bit of a different patrol path, but I'm thinking maybe Her Majesty's SAG might run into the destroyer escort that keeps spawning in this region if we do that, which would be okay. Yes, it would be an expenditure of ammo, but it shouldn't take too much ammo to sink a destroyer escort. That does risk us running into that sub, however. So maybe I don't want to do that. I mean, do I? I have a fair amount of destroyer escorts here. We're almost more destroyer than we are capital ship. That's true. Yeah, we gotta risk it. Risk the submarine interaction for the benefit of the greater good. Something like that. You're still sitting around though. I've been thinking about moving this ASW group. It's never really run into anything. Maybe it would be more useful to have this guy out in this region. Though this is a primary shipping lane, right? I sort of want to have something sitting on a primary shipping lane. Which is part of the reason I have these guys where I do. Is because this is going to be a primary shipping lane here. Uh-oh, DD Hunter Squadron has come across something. She's doing her job. Let's jump in and get it done. Alright, turn on radar. 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 We've crossed the T. What is the distance to the target? Close-ish. Not quite close enough. Downs. I don't know. Let's get a little aggressive. And what are our speed? Come up to 33. ammo is being expended. Right, you're the likely target of everything. Or downs. Pretty dark out today. Hard to see things. Wakataki. Alright, we're gonna adjust course. Start pursuing. That Wakataki is having a rough time. And the Wakataki is going down. Uh-oh. We have fire. Out. Out. Get on the fire. We have a lot of fire. Hurry up. No, prioritize the torpedo tube. Torpedo tube. Thank you. Alright, we're gonna Take the Columbia. Columbia, Chevalier. Form up. Head that way. Come on, Downs, get those fires out. We're gonna run this guy down with the Columbia. She's only doing 20, so Columbia should be able to catch up. Fires are almost under control on the Downs. I think the Downs is out of hot water. Or is out of the fire. This ship managed to put its fires out at about the same time as the Downs put its fires out. Alright, Downs, you should be targeting 1. We're chasing it down for a reason. You're targeting 1, yeah? Cleveland? Targeting 1? Good. How are we doing on 1? Columbia, how are you doing? Alright, Downs, change your course. .62. Should really be hitting home here shortly on this guy. Nice. Solution's going down. Right, set a new course. Night Towns. Hello. Follow the Downs, please. How's Downs doing? Oh. She's taking some damage in her pursuit. That's a good sign. Ouch. Yeah, I think we're gonna get her here. Select the Columbia. 88% solution, yep. Okay, down she's gone. .44 in Cleveland. She's slowing down rapidly. Dead in the water. There she goes. Alright, so this was a fairly successful engagement. Downs. Let's gradually slow up the fleet. And we're slowing down just for... Well, all the fires are out, so we really don't even have to slow down, but... Roleplay value. Conserving fuel. We should probably be going 15 knots then, right? Let's do it. 15 knots. Alright, we're just gonna watch the repairs happen. Once we get the downs up to snuff, we should probably check the other ships, make sure nobody else took any damage. I don't think anyone did. Nope, just the downs. The Downs had some marvelous damage control during that fight. They did their jobs well. I think we need to put up the damage control teams on the Downs for a commendation. Alright, there we go. Leave disengagement. 3 more ships sunk. 8 command points for the American side of the house. That brings them up to... Where's the American number? Where did I write it at? I'm evidently blind as a bat. I'm not seeing it on my sheet of paper. Alright, well, it's gonna be whatever the difference of 10, so... the Americans are at 88. Oh, there's 80. So, and add 8. Okay, yep, 88. If you saw the mess of what I'm looking at, you'd understand. I don't have a nice neat column going on. I just have a bunch of numbers sporadically dotted all over a piece of paper, and I cross one off as I circle a new one. It's really a mess. Not very organized. Certainly confusing, but it works for me. Alright, so we're at 98 points, 88 on the Americans, and 10 points for the Aussies. How did we do as far as ammo? The Downs expended a lot more ammunition than the Soufflé. Wonder why. Cleveland, with the main guns, is almost out. Columbia did a little better. And the Chevalier, it's interesting how it's very disparate or whatever. Disparate, is that a word? Am I making up Biden words here? Okay, let's head on down here and rearm. I should probably concentrate on turning Rennell into a port facility. In fact, I think I will. I am coming to pick up troops here, ain't I? I remember that, and I'm going to funnel those troops with the supply on board up to Henderson. Correct. Great. Start the clock. Stop talking. Roger that. I am enjoying the DD Hunter Squadron. It's doing good work. I'm glad we built it. In fact, it's doing such good work, I've been thinking about building another one. Alright, daytime has come, and there's a destroyer escort that wants to go boom. Are you moving? I need to take a look at that, see if he's stuck or not. But let's grab these bow fighters. Throw on rockets. And try to get this destroyer escort with them. As we would like to get points for the Aussie side whenever possible. We've been farming this thing quite a bit. Yeah, it's moving. It's a good thing I saved some money, isn't it? We're gonna have to replace one of these Mahans, which is the case. So release and repair. The case. Confirm. Okay. Actually, you should probably rearm. Right. So we have pretty much used all of our Mahans. Correct. What class have we decided to pick as the next group? Doesn't really matter, as all the rest of the destroyers other than the Fletcher don't seem to have any particular benefit over the others. Bedhams, I think I'm using them for carrier duty. Sims, yes, this is the one we're using as the next ASW ship, I believe. So let's go with the Russell. Merge that bad boy. Alright, set your course up around there, and we'll get you going back to work. Alright, you're heading home. Alright, everybody target 1 and attack. This is a fair amount of rockets that are going to be tossed at this guy. And the Beaufighter is actually capable of some decent speed. But we're attacking at slightly slower speed in order to put as many rockets on the target as possible. I'm not sure if that's really a thing. I mean, we could test with a few Beaufighters going faster compared to slower. I think it's a thing, though. I know when I use the Lightnings, they seem to miss wildly. And when I use slower planes like the Avengers, they seem to hit very dependably. So I do think that your speed on the rocket attack matters. Granted, you don't want to go too slow that you're going to be easy to be shot down. 210 knots isn't necessarily too slow. I mean, that's faster than a lot of planes can actually go. So we're gonna stick with this. They should automatically speed up after they deliver their payload and run away at best speed. It's typically how the AI does it. Alright, everybody has shot. I just want to look and see. Yeah, they're at 280, they're at 280, they're at 280. The only reason this one didn't show 280 was because I actually had it selected. So they do automatically speed up, as I thought they did. Might as well form them up. They might need to strafe. What is the report? Moderate heavy? Yeah, we're definitely going to have to strafe. Oh, a magazine explosion. That might have changed things. Heavy, heavy. No, we lost a plane. Critical though. I think we're good. Actually, this center section looks remarkably undamaged. Fire right there. Slow down to try to let the stragglers catch up. I really wish the guys that were out of position would speed up, go faster to reform, faster. And I'm strafing even though it's critical because that center section is not damaged. And I'm starting to think that on the destroyers, you need to do damage to each of the 3 sections, or you just have unsinkable ships. There we go. Little extra persuasion never hurts anything. Alright, that gets the Aussies another 2 points. That takes them up to 12. No, it doesn't take them up to 12 because we just purchased a destroyer. That would have probably cost 7 points, so they should be at 5. Yes. Okay, that's where the disparity is at. Figured it out. Alright, bow fighters, go ahead and RTB. How's the fight going here? We're actually making progress. We may eventually actually take that damn place. Enemy aircraft spotted. Yeah. Okay. I have a desire to build a port complex in Rental. However, at the same time, if we're that close to getting Guadalcanal, I think I want to have the materials ready to start building up Guadalcanal, as I would like to actually win one of these campaigns for once, instead of always having, I don't know, something happen that ends the campaign and it never actually finishes. These things take forever, these campaigns. I don't know why anyone wants the ground combat to take as long as it does, and wants the campaign to go longer than it does. The campaign already takes long enough. The ground combat could certainly be sped up as far as I'm concerned. Yes, it might not be historical, but my god, do you really want to play the same game for a year? I mean, I do it with Crusader Kings too, I suppose, but it's a completely different type of game, man. At the juncture I'm at right now, where you've pretty much won, right? The United States has pretty much decimated Japanese power in the region. And if we were to look at the Pokemon Index, as I like to call it, well, we haven't looked at this in a while. So we've got a couple of these destroyers dead. Akatsukis, they only have one of their premier destroyer left. Fubukis, we've sunk a fair number of them. I mean, we're getting surprisingly close, I think, to actually Pokemoning the destroyers. The Japanese are hurting in a big way. Okay, this Minekaze class is actually doing fairly well. The Momies, there's quite a few Momies. I mean, Momies and Minekazes they have a few of. Pretty soon we're gonna see battleships escorted by Momies as their primary fleets. That'll just be hilarious. Okay, they got a fair number of Yugomos yet. But yeah, several of these destroyer classes are getting close to being wiped out. I don't know where the light cruisers are. There are a couple light cruisers that still survive. I think they're in the repair queue, if I have to be honest. Alright, these guys are back here, and we came here to pick up infantry, right? So troops. Well, we're not going to haul fuel from here. You already have supplies on board. We're not hauling fuel. You could go... Yeah. That would be too many troops. I don't want to completely desert the place. Alright, I think we'll leave what's here. The rest of what we have on board is hopefully going to put the final nail in the coffin. The heck? There we go. How much would another DD Hunter Squadron cost? This is, what, 3 Fletchers and 2 Clevelands? Oh, we have a group back here. Rearm. There we go. What are we gonna do with you? I think maybe we'll have you guard the carriers. We'll have this kind of just patrol here in front of New Georgia Sound. For now. And they'll be on station to be rapidly deployed to anywhere here in the slot if we need to do so. No reason to run them up here, really. This is all a non-factor, right? This is not really strategically of interest. Granted, you know, Japanese has power here, but there's no reason to send our ships there. Why let Japanese air power even get a shot on my fleets? I don't see a point. I was going to check how much a new DD Hunter Squadron is. Right. I really easily get distracted in this. So American. Fletchers. 3 Fletchers, and then 2 Clevelands. $67 points. Americans can afford that. I think we're going to do it. That'll bring us down to 21 on the American side. DD Hunter Squadron 2 has been formed. Guest and Denver swap around. Alright, we got a proper formation. We don't want battle line, we just want line ahead. We're going to send them off in that area. So while one is coming back to rearm, another one is going into theater. I think that's going to how it's going to be, is one's going to bounce back as the other one bounces forward. Alright, 2 destroyers and a destroyer escort to deal with. How are we going to deal with them? What's the distance here? $170. Wasp might need to go back soon. Lightnings. Alright, I'll be right back, guys. I'm sorry about this. Alright, I'm sorry about that, guys. I'm actually surprised real life doesn't interfere with more of my videos than it does. Especially with the length and time that I make these videos. I'm really impressed that you guys watch this. These are marathon videos I make, that's for sure. But granted, I mean, I guess if you're going to watch a Let's Play, you want to watch the Let's Play, and so whether you make a 45-minute video or an hour-and-a-half video, you still end up watching it all. It's just more times you have to load a new episode, I suppose. Depending on how much time you have to watch, that is. Alright, I'm going to try something a little different this time around. I'm going to go with 7 and 8. Target 1. And attack. And we're going to hold these guys on station. Alright, 5 and 6. Target 1 and attack. You guys might want to see 5 and 6 going in. Hard to micro too much at the same time. That wasn't even near it. Okay, well that was a crappy drop. Alright, 4. Target 1, attack. Three. Target 1, attack. Uh-oh. No. Damn it, I might have screwed that up. Alright, these two. Go put the final nail in the coffin, huh? Fantail's pretty much wash. Doesn't look like much damage was done to the bow though. Alright, let's collect the gang. Right there. Okay. I guess we have to go do a little more persuasion because again, the bow hasn't been damaged, even though it's critical. Destroyers are just too much of a flippin' hassle, man. Light cruisers, relatively easy to sink. Destroyers, harder to sink. Does that make sense? Not really. Now I'm risking my lightnings on a strafing run. I think the bow got hit in that, or at least there was an explosion on the bow. Yes, good. Alright, one ship down. 2 more to go. And so that's 2 points for the American side. Brings them up to 23. Aussies have 5. Should be a combined total of 28. It is. Good. Havocs. Load up rockets. Your turn. Right, 2 tactical. Target 2. And attack. First set of Avengers did well. Second set of Avengers did well. Critical already. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Shift your target to 1 and attack. Do Avengers just have better rockets, or is it because they're coming in at a slower speed? Or was that just getting a lucky ammo rack over there? Alright, both sunk. Excellent. Avengers with rockets seem to be highly effective versus destroyers. But why do the other planes with rockets tend to have a worse result? That is head scratching. Alright, 3 more command points for the American side. Havocs, you might as well RTB. Nothing there to hit. Oh crap. We're getting hit by a submarine in the anchorage here. This is not great. And this is the Wasp. This is the most fragile of all American carriers. The one that can take the least amount of torpedoes. Alright. Start, pause. Wasp. Okay, the sub is right there. At least. Is that the only sub? That is the only sub. Now, how are you going to be shooting? Are you going to be shooting this way or that way? Probably this way. Fall back? I don't know. I don't know what to do here. That's the Atlanta. Okay, I mean, I have to assume that they're going to be bending towards the Wasp. Do I have to assume that? Should I even assume that? I probably better go all back. Alright, I think we have safely gotten the Wasp out of Dodge. So we'll let her sit. Atlanta, you can slow down. Straighten out. Venom, what are you doing, buddy? I know I'm a terrible person here. Whoa, should I continue to let you turn? Just go straight. Get out of the path, please. Slow down to 10 knots. Go that way. Actually, slow down even slower. Atlanta, speed up a little bit. No avoiding hazards. No avoiding hazards. Atlanta, no avoiding hazards. We're gonna leave Atlanta's active sonar off, actually. Even though she's got the best active sonar of all the ships here. We're gonna actually do the depth charge with her. And maybe the target will do less duking and dodging if I'm not going active with her. I would like you to slow down, please. 8 knots is fine. You are slowing down, right? I don't know if Atlanta's going to be nimble enough. She's definitely having a hard time turning tight enough. Alright, go active with her. We'll slow off with her. Elliot, you may have to do the depth charging. Good hits. Atlanta, come to a halt. She's gonna go down. She would have blown by now. Or wait, no, I'm looking at yards, not feet. Alright, she's coming back up. Come back a little bit. Don't want there to be any chance. Just line up with the Atlanta nicely. We have this little party of ships waiting for the submarine to come up to be shot at. pretty seas, man. It's beautiful in our harbor. The Wasp survived its tragic encounter with the submarine, which has me definitely pondering about sitting in this anchorage area now that a sub has shown up here. Let her have it, boys. Open up. There's a submarine on the surface in front of you guys. Shoot it. You know, go bang bang. God. I hate the fact that the sub can do snapshots, but the ship's sitting on the surface, waiting for the sub to come up. Can't bother to get a snapshot off. Seriously, shoot! For the love of God! What seems to be the malfunction, guys? Would you mind targeting that with, say, secondary guns? No, those are torps. Target. Target. Firing at will. Then, goddammit, fire at will. You stop. Shooting the goddamn Atlanta, you moron. Cease. And you stop. Cease. And Wasp, I know you're probably trying to get out on this bullshit too. Stop. Cease. I have a feeling the captain of the Atlanta is going to have words with your captain, Ellet. I don't think he appreciated having his ship shot by you. Not to mention, the Admiral was watching. Somebody's getting fired. Anyway, let's get out of this. Okay, 4 command points for the Americans. That brings them up to 30. Do I want to continue to sit in this harborage? I do, really. I like this location, but our sub's going to continue to be a problem here. we could probably set up our course with this guy, so about like that. That'll work. We have an interesting site here, don't we? We do. Lightnings with okay, that gives us a fair amount of endurance. I'm gonna mark this. We might have a new carrier. I think we most certainly do have a new carrier. Two destroyer escorts. Well, we can actually see them. And we're able to see all this stuff out here because of this level 3 airfield. Actually, you know what? I think it's time to move this sub. Let's get him, I don't know. Operating up in this area. We're gonna ignore for now. We found it! We're not gonna ignore that. Alright, lightnings. We have a target. Let's go about 320. It's a carrier, not a destroyer. 330. Look at the army of destroyers. Hey, a light cruiser. Hold on a second. Why are we getting the carrier at? There it is. One of these weird things that were hard to sink the last time. I remember that. Okay, and we have a light cruiser. So we got 2 legitimate targets in this fleet. Actually, 4, 5, 7, and 8. Target 1 and attack. Wait, shit. We'll watch from this guy's point of view. So far we've smashed it pretty well. Oh! Lost 2 lightnings, sadly. She's down. Another fake carrier bites the dust. And you I'm coming back for you. Don't think you're safe. Alright, that's 5 command points for the Americans. Brings them up to 35. Oh, wait. No, no, no. Oh. Tactical. Start. Wrong goddamn planes. There they are. 4, 5, 6, 9 of you. Target 1. And attack. The other 9 of you. Target 2. And attack. That's a mommy. That's not. Magazine explosion. Nice. One is sinking. Wait, they're both sinking. Oh, this wave didn't even make it. I sunk the Momi with 3 Avengers. WTF, why are Avengers so much better with rockets? I don't get it. I guess I'm not going to complain, but I don't get it. Do they have different rockets? I mean, I suppose they have base game rockets. Are base game rockets different than TTE rockets? I'm starting to think they are. Okay, so 4 command points for the Americans. That brings them up to 39. Now they can RTB. It was lightning. I wanted to RTB, and probably don't want to RTB because they're actually going to be on station to let us know where the stuff is happening at. Which reminds me, Enterprise. Launch your Dauntlesses. There's a light cruiser up here that wants to make your acquaintance. wasp, same thing. Go say hi to that light cruiser. Havocs. Go say hi to a destroyer up there. Wait, wrong target. Up there. I didn't do that with the Dauntlesses, did I? No, good. It's probably a scout plane. Was there anything that was capable of a scout plane there? The light cruiser, maybe? Does Japanese light cruisers have scout planes? Wrong button. Japan. Ship. They're more than likely Sendais. They have a Jake. Okay. That's the Sendai's Jake. Where did it go? It should be appearing. That's why we left you up here. Find that ship. What? How did you guys get so far off target? I guess they did. Alright, there we go. Got 1 through 12. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Target 1. And attack. Okay, what destroyers do we have here? none of them are the special priority target I'm interested in. This one has 3 sets of torque tubes and 3 sets of guns, which I guess makes it the priority target of this attack. Alright, so Havocs. Now the other set of Dauntlesses will just stay on station and wait to see what the result of the light cruiser attack is before they drop on anything. Dauntless down. Oh, that's too bad. Not enough. I actually lost a fair number of Dauntlesses in that run. Alright, what was the end result of the rocket run? Critical, 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 critical. And anything that looks undamaged? mean, the stern sort of looks sun damage. I see some scarring here. I think we're good. Okay, light cruiser's down. Now it's just a matter of the destroyer going down. Lost 4 Havocs, huh? Oh well. Yeah, there she goes. I would call that fairly successful. Which one are you? You're a 4-stacker. The fact that you defaulted to send... Oh, because I was looking at... Right. I mean, so far so good. It doesn't look like there's any reason it wouldn't be the Sendai. In fact, if it is, it should have one of them as sunk now, but it's not showing that. Oh, it's not the Nagara. It's not the Kuma. It's not the Tenryo. This is the only 4-stacker, so just hasn't updated the fact that it's sunk yet. That's all. Retreat. Leave. Confirm. 8 command points for the Americans. That brings them up to 47. Okay. RTB. 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 Havocs, you can hang around as eyes for now. Enterprise, can you launch? Let's send up your Avengers with rockets. Wasp. Send up your Avengers with rockets. And, Lightnings must be on the way back. It's only 2 Mitchells, not really worth it. Catalinas aren't going to do anything against destroyers. Well, I guess that's what's gonna happen, because the Lightnings are up there. Okay. Right, we got a whole bunch of stuff. Okay, so the Hunter squadrons are passing in the night, and you're following SAG 2 in. Okay. Uh-oh. I mean, should we send Dauntlesses out? I mean, they're better than nothing, right? A lot of destroyers there to deal with. We are going to need to send the Wasp back to rearm. Oh, it's 6:30 already. It's damn near evening time. This will be the last. Well, won't be the last because I already sent out Dauntlesses. The Dauntlesses might have troubles finding them. How am I gonna do this? Let's try. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Target 4. And attack. Um, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Target 5 and attack. And 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, and 18. Target 7 and attack. Critical. Yeah, I think 6 Avengers is about right for a destroyer. Lost a few Avengers there, but they did good work. critical. Three more destroyers down. Seven more command points. That'll make it, what, 54 for the Americans? We're going to mark the spot for searching with the Dauntlesses that are en route. Alright, it's nighttime. So we're going to have to manually go to tactical. I think they were a little south of this mark, somewhere around the cursor. So that should be a good spot. Oh, we're way off on the edge here. Well, let's hurry up and target some ships, shall we? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Target 4. An attack. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. Honestly, target 4 as well. I have a feeling there's going to be a lot of misses. I just want to make sure we sink something. So we're going to go overwhelming bomb droppage on the one target because, well, Dauntlesses tend to miss, especially when they're targeting something so small as a destroyer. And we're going to have to send the carriers back to rearm. They've taken a fair amount of casualties trying to mess with these destroyers. Alright, I think he's probably dead at this point, and this is going to be overkill. But overkill's better than no kill. There she goes. Alright, another destroyer down. 2 more command points. That's 56 for the Americans. Okay, RTB. Remove these marks. In fact, we're even going to remove this one. Those 3 destroyers are just going to run away. We'll never see them again. As nighttime is upon us and they're heading back to Rabaul, we'll never catch them. We won't see them tomorrow. Alright, Wasp. Grr, why is the course thing being so problematic? What? Grr, stop doing that. Alright, 1 course laid in. Enterprises was much easier. Oh, these guys are here. Unload all the cargo. Alright, we are going to send these guys back here even if there's nothing there. They'll just wait till there is something there to load. It's only a matter of time now. We did unload all cargo, right? And evening is upon us. The map looks so much different at nighttime. So much cleaner. It's actually kind of looking impressive, the number of, well, just how much stuff we have out and about. We probably could have more subs. We haven't really used subs effectively in this campaign, I would say. Not that I like the American subs, but that's a whole nother story. When you have American air power, why screw with the subs, you know? It's like trying to cut a tree down with a hatchet when you got a chainsaw. or even proper wood axe. But I digress. Okay, so this is the quiet time. We'll speed it up to 300. What's going on here? Who are these guys? Why are they here? Amphibious Group 2 has unloaded all cargo at rental. Alright. So rental now has 200 engineering and 200 fuel, as well as a little supply and troops. Am I just going to store engineering and supply here for Henderson? Or am I going to build a forward port so I don't have to drive all the way back to the middle of nowhere to rearm? I mean, how long is this going to take? Could it take a week? Could it take a month? Could it take a year? I don't know. I mean, this, how long the victory is going to take here, having some ability to approximate would help with this decision. It's 200 engineering sitting over here. That needs to be hauled. 600, 600. Fuel. Interesting. So there's the engineering to match the fuel. So there's 800 engineering and 800 fuel sitting around. Beyond Reynolds 200. What does it take for a level 5? Let's do the math. We need 100, 100. Then we need 200, so that's 300. Then we need 300. 300 plus 200 plus 100 is 600. Then we need 400, which is 1,000. So that uses everything that we have currently. And that's not even counting the additional 500 on top of that. We don't currently exist. I think we should probably hold off and wait for Henderson Field. We'll just focus on getting everything corralled at rental. Okay, I agree. Good. I'm glad you agree. What do we do with you? You have 2 C3s. Yeah, we'll send you here for now. Will we? We will. I mean, no, we won't. We're not? No, we're not. You're actually gonna head to Milne and pick up that engineering that's isolated there. We are? Isn't that Australia's job? Not this time. Go take up their slack. Okay. Alright, you're on station. Now let's set your patrol course. Right, it's 5 o'clock, which we have a destroyer squadron back here that's ready to rearm. Rearm ships, please. Alright, let's get them back into theater. Other than that, I'm thinking it's probably a good time to wrap up this episode. So, I guess our primary focus going forward is kind of logistical. Moving crap from here to here, moving stuff from here to here, moving stuff from here to here. Once we get it all here, we move it up to here. By that time, here should be mine. And then we will be getting that much closer to finally winning this damn game. This should be mine soon too, I would think. Supplies are getting low. Are we going to have to do another run here? I hope not. We may have to. We'll see. What else am I thinking? So yeah, logistics. Logistics are going to be the primary thing going forward. DD Hunter squadrons are going to be patrolling the slot in between here, here, and here. So we're going to lock this area down with DD Hunter squadrons. We of course got our big SAG group patrolling this way, and we'll have the little SAG group patrolling between here. So if anything wants to get here, they gotta come straight up the slot and through the DD Hunter squadrons. And if it turns out to be something more than the DD Hunter squadrons can handle, they can run, and we can send whichever SAG needs to come in to deal with them to do so. As well as New Georgia is going to see it coming. So, and will have plenty of air power to assist. So I don't foresee anything going bad. I think the only thing we're going to meet mainly is those, little 2 destroyer and a destroyer escort groups with the DD Hunter squadrons in here. I don't think we'll ever see a merchant ship get anywhere near Henderson ever again. Would the AI change its focus and go over here? I don't know. If I was the AI, I might focus on something I can actually accomplish. But I'm not the AI, am I? Yeah, so these are just my little ponderings of what's going on in the future. Let's, I guess, do a quick Pokemon inspection of just how dire are things getting for the Japanese. So they have 2 Sendais left. They have a Nagara, so they've got 3 light cruisers that we know of, and the Kiso. So I believe that's all 4 of the light cruisers that they have available. I don't believe they have any others. Nope. So those are probably their premier ships that they have left, is 4 light cruisers. I'm ignoring the battleship class because, yeah, battleships are battleships. They're expensive. You're not going to be able to throw an entire fleet of battleships at me. They obviously do have battleships, quite a few of them. I think we've only sunk 2 battleships to date. Carriers have, for all intensive purposes, nearly been eliminated. I think this one here is the only real carrier that still exists. By real, I mean carriers actually capable of launching something that could drop a bomb. Well, a bomb beyond, the 60-pound bombs that the Zeros carry. So here's 2 fake carriers. So 1 real, 2 fake, plus these. So 2 more fake. So 1 real and 4 fake carriers are left as far as carriers are concerned. So 3 light cruisers and 4 carriers are our primary targets that still exist in the world. And then there's destroyers. And again, we're not counting battleships because what's the point? This is their best class of destroyer, and they're down to 1, 2, 3, 4 of them. 4 of 12. I think that's generally 4 of 12 is, 1/3. Excuse me. I think that's a good representation of how many destroyers are left. They have 1/3 of their destroyer force. And their normal force is what? 12, 32, 52, 62, 72, 78, 82, 102, 114, 124, 130, 145. Wait. 170. We'll say they've got 170. What's 1/3 of 170? My math is horrible. 3 goes into there. What? 5, 15, 2, 0, 6. Carry that 0.6, so 57 thereabouts. So 57 destroyers left, basically 57 to 60 out of like 170-ish. If you think about that in terms of fleets of 10, the AI and the player likes to throw together fleets of 10. If you have like 60 destroyers left, that's 6 fleets of 10. Maybe a little bit more, because some of those are going to be interjingled with the, what was it, 3 cruisers and 5 carriers that are left. So realistically, the game has 7 full fleets left or so. So we have 7 fleets to destroy, basically. 7 10-ship fleets to destroy by the time the Japanese are pretty much utterly obliterated. And that's not considering battleships. At some point, we will see more battleships. The reason we'll see more battleships is because of a strange game mechanic. The AI can't actually afford to buy the battleships, but they get a mission, and their mission is to do X, Y, and Z. And so then, in order to fill the mission slots with ships, they take whatever ships are available. And if all the destroyers are gone, and all of the light cruisers are gone, and all the heavy cruisers are gone, then the next appropriate ship that can fill the slot is the battleship. So, like, when we see these strange groups, like two destroyers and a destroyer escort floating around, if we actually destroy all of the destroyers and destroyer escorts, we theoretically will start to see groups of 3 battleships running around, but we're not there yet. And when we do get there, we'll obviously be more than capable of defending against it. But we're not going to see that until the end, and the end theoretically is still a few episodes away. Hopefully we can build up Guadalcanal and take Florida Islands and actually win the campaign before we actually get to the point to where we start seeing all battleship fleets. Anyway, that's where we are in this campaign. We're getting closer to the end, folks. But I am determined to actually play one of these goddamn things through to the end. Yeah, that's my final statement. Hopefully you enjoy my content. If so, please leave a like and subscribe. And until the next time, all, peace.